Alrighty, good evening, everybody. We're gonna have a bit of a different stream tonight, unfortunately, as we're having some technical difficulties on the Wi-Fi side with Ryan, aka Elliot's stream. We're also having a different stream in the fact that I am not Boot or Elliot, Gavin or Ryan. I am Hendrix. I was on the call for strategy last week. This week, solely on the broadcasting side for everything. Just want to brief us out as we're watching qualifying wrap up here. That replays will be limited tonight for the moment, as well as our stream quality as Ryan's dealing with certain connection problems. In the meantime, I will do my best to describe the action going on from my end, as well as hopefully make it up. But this is the Dekus Paint Shop 150 from Martinsville Speedway in Race 3, Season 3 of the Sporting Heroes DSA Cup Series. Thank you for watching us on DSA Racing at DSA Race Group. Every week, Thursdays, 8 p.m. So we're about 1 minute away here from the beginning of our race tonight. Right now, it looks like we have Derek Skladell on pole, followed by Zach Trevino, Caleb Desai, Kay Roberts, and Caden Cook rounds out your top 5 as we sit. Qualifying laps a little varying, anywhere from the low 19s. 19-1 is provisional pole at the moment, all the way up to 20 in Hunter Halligan in 10th. In the meantime, I will do my best to keep you updated if we get any quality changes here or potential stream restarts. But looking forward to racing tonight as we watch what seems to be the 88 of President Bromberg complete his run. He was fastest in practice, ran a 17.8. I don't know how much validity goes with that lap, but I digress. As he ends up 11th on the board with a 25.78. Looks like he may have slipped a couple times. Do want to note tonight we have a couple changes from previous races as we're now introducing full-time race control alongside some of our previous changes that include full season points format. Winning your in is gone. So race 1 winner, Jacob Prince, race 2 winner in Kylie Wilson, they are not locked into the playoffs this year. They find themselves sitting pretty in points. So you do get quite a few more points for winning, but it is no longer a guarantee. On the other hand, we're looking at some very interesting battles as it looks like we're getting some quality improvements here, thankfully, which is huge right as we're getting into the race. We have supporters in chat letting us know, which, I mean, we can make out the cars a little bit more this time around, which is ideal. At least you can make out the video board. But it looks like Skladell on pole, followed by Trevino, Desai in second. I'll keep running through here in a second. Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry. Doing some changes, but okay. I'll run through the order now. Derek Scudell in first, Zach Trevino starting second. Then on the inside, we get 30 Caleb Desai in third, 54K Roberts in fourth, rounding out your top five, Caden Cook. Starting sixth, Jaden Duran. Seventh, William Crow. Eighth, Xavier Bogard. Ninth, Scotty Landing, rounding at top 10, Hunter Halligan. 11th in the final car from qualifying results, it's President Romberg. 12th on the grid looks to be Tim Pugel. Third, Ryan Kaser. Or 13th. 14th, Cody Pear. 14th, Travis Eccles, followed by Dalton Steele and Juan Cobb Jr., the 13, rounding out your field tonight. We're going to be running 150 laps. Stages at the end of 35 and 85. 4 sets of tires. So must be wise. You have to be wise with your use on them. And last but not least, fuel is probably looking at about 2 stops as we run 65% here. I think 2 stops is strat fuel-wise, but that is not necessarily the case when it comes to our tire situation. Tires are going to be at a premium tonight. As we're coming around 3 and 4, coming to the green flag, Derek Scudell leading on the inside. He will wait for the green flag to fly. And here we go. He spins the tires a bit as he gets a rough jump. And it looks like the 12, Zach Trevino, will quickly take the lead as they fan far out wide in turn 1 and 2, but get through cleanly. It looks like minimal contact was made as Zach Trevino comes around to lead lap 1, and we see spinners in the back. A little bit of contact, but they make it through all right for now. No caution. I believe that would be... Looks like the 60 of Hunter Halligan just got a love tap from behind from the 5 of Xavier Bogard. And spun after. Fortunately, we're limited on the replays tonight, so do my best to describe these. In the meantime, that did not bring out a caution as they keep parading around. You see Zach Trevino keeping his couple second lead here over the 10, over the 10 of Derek Scudell as he comes to lap 5 of 35, stage 1. Field's spreading out a fair bit here because it looks like our stream quality has unfortunately deteriorated over the last few seconds. 12, Trevino is making a move on the 5 of Xavier Bogard to send him 1 lap down as he was involved in the earlier incident, and he taps the wall there. Both first and second make it by. The 12 continues to march through. And I think now is a good reminder. This is a long race. We'll see a couple incidents, so there's a need to be smart with your car. Just make it to the end of the stage. Survive, and you can get out of here alive. You don't need the tightest, cleanest of cars to win a race here at Martinsville. Trevino still leading, has led all 7 laps so far as he's going on his 8th, but Scudell is not far behind after that rough start to the race as Trevino's brakes are glowing already as he's hounding in on 60 of Hunter Halligan, but Scudell gets a huge run off the corner and he's going to be there on entry to turn 1. Scudell and Trevino 1-2 driving away from the field so far as the 88 of President Bromberg seems to dive to the pits. The 60 loses his footing. 12 and 10 scoot on by. Trevino goes wide into turns 2, and it lets Scudell get right to that bumper entering 3 and 4. Will he put contact? No. Yes. Gets him right in the middle of the corner. Loses a bit of drive off. Trevino maintains the lead for now, but he's got the lap car of the 80 of Travis Eccles, it looks like, in front of him. Will he play a pick as Scudell is able to get the inside? He does affect that pass a little bit, and it looks like Scudell is going to go for the lead here, exiting 4, but Trevino holds strong on the outside. They're going to be 2 by entering 1 and 2. Scudell dives low and clears the 12 of Trevino. Trevino had led the first 11 laps, but it looks like Scudell will lead lap 12 here as they pass the 3 of Tim Pugel, and Trevino loses it. He collects the 3 of Pugel. It looks like he just saw him too late, and that's unfortunate for Tim, as he's going to be an innocent bystander to Trevino's mishap. It looks like he just missed his braking zone, and when he broke it was too late and slid up into the 3. Scudell has built himself quite a lead after start. He's already up to about a second and a half after passing Zach only 2 laps ago. And if I'm Zach, I'm a little worried about the damage done to my car there. Zachary Trevino, he was not the lightest of taps into the outside wall, and you have to wonder if he has any towing damage, as Caleb Desai, 30 cars, slowly reeling him in for second place here. A reminder, with about 20 laps to go in stage 1, only the top 6 will receive stage points. 6 for first, 5 for second, and so on. I think, if anything, the first 15 laps shows you how important it is to keep those tires clean, as Zach Trevino's overworking just a bit. Trevino's built himself a bit of a gap to Desai as Desai's falling off, and he's slowly reeling back in Scudell. Scudell here is dealing with more lap cars, 77 of Cody Payer first. As Payer locks it up just a bit, Scudell has to back off. Scudell's going to dive low, clear, and now he looks to have just a few laps of clean as the 28 of, I believe that would be Ryan Crazy, just completely missed his corner right in front of Scudell. I'm a little worried with all these lap races. Passes the 88 of Presley Brown as well. No issue there. I would be terrified out there. I mean, shoot, there's people sliding all over the place. You're going to see a lot of cars a lap down today, but the front 8 cars still remain their distance as we come to about 15 to go in stage 1, and we have gotten our first caution of the night. Not sure what that is for at the moment. Looks like he may have had a spinner out back, but not seeing anything of concern, but this is going to be a huge break for a couple guys, especially Scotty Lanning and Kay Roberts, who are at risk of to go a lap down. Instead, they're going to go back, and then 77 and Cody Perry looks like he will be the free pass. Hunter Halligan has to be happy with that as well, as it sets him up well in a couple laps here at the end of stage 1 to hopefully get his lap back. And it lets a couple of guys who've recently gone a lap down, or recently hit the wall even, maybe get a bit of damage. take this moment under caution to thank again our sponsors, Supporting Heroes. They're the series sponsor this year. Very important group and community for first responders and military personnel. You're always welcome to reach out to them through their group page and our group page at DSA Race Group. You can find us on Instagram, soon to be a couple other sites, as well as their Discord, and then YouTube. Yeah, we're gonna keep working on the stream quality here. I hope my voiceover does the job for now. Alrighty. They are 2x2 coming out of turn number 4. There's Liddell, who did not have the cleanest of restarts last time. Starts again on the inside, but this time he fares much better on the jump. Clears himself to the outside, cuts back down inside, as Trevino's now being hounded for second by Caden Cook. They're going to have about 10 to go here until the end of stage 1. Trevino prevails on the outside. Cook dives low, sticks it on the inside, but he's going to be cleared by Trevino. Liddell leads, Trevino second, Cook third, as they enter turns 3 and 4. It's Liddell in that GBO 10 car. Has led a fair bit today, especially after Trevino's early start. It just seemed to be quite a mishap, but Trevino is definitely keeping pace. It'll be interesting to see how that fares out. We have passes going on throughout the back of the pack. Kid and Cook marching his way up to third right now, as William Crow's making a dive on the inside of the 19. That, I believe, is for position, as June Duran will fall back into 6th place, Crow to 5th. And Caleb Desai makes a late move there on, I believe that would be the 19 again of Jaden Duran. Part of the reason why he was washed up and passed by Crow. Coming to, spin. Oh my goodness. That's going to be a caution. 55, Caden Cook completely lost it there. Have to go back and see. It looks like he just got a little loose off of the exit of 4, spun himself out, and avoided the inside wall, but shot right back up the track, and that's never good, especially when you're running up front and a bunch of guys coming through, and it looks like that'll be possibly the end of stage 1 there. We have to see what happens here as far as the stage goes, but looks like 55 Cook will bring himself into the pits, as he's earned himself an incident point. Meantime, I believe we're going to have yet another one to go once we get going green here. As I need to, unfortunately, fix a couple settings real quick. Bear with me. I'm running a new laptop this week. And I've had my fair share of laptop troubles recently, unfortunately. So, but as far as I can see, we're going to have a one-lap shootout for the end of stage 1 here.
Green flag, green flag. Caution, yellow flag.
Alrighty, and they went green. That was my bad. I was fixing the ignition, but it looks like the 50, or I believe the 30, got collected and sent up into the wall. As that's unfortunate for him. He'll probably lose out a point or two. But it doesn't look to be too bad a damage, as they weren't going nearly fast enough. And I believe that will be the end of stage number 1. Stage 2 is now going to end at lap 85. I believe we will see our first round of pit stops here as well, this time by, as the 5 of Xavier Bogart gets his lap back from the earlier incident. That leaves 27 of Scotty Landing, the next car on Monday. Alrighty. Well, we're going to have about 45, maybe less, to go once we go green here to the end of stage number 2. Once again, reminder, there's a lot of points on the table tonight. And, for it being Martinsville, I would say that was a decent enough stage 1. I'm sure as this race goes on, they'll clean it up a bit. I think we'll use this stage break caution to also thank our race title sponsor in the Dekus Paint Shop 150. Dekus Paint Shop is your one-stop shop for any sort of iRacing and even real-life points or paints. You can feel free to check them out at their own page or through our own DSA race group server.
Green flag, green flag.
Another stack up on the restart there. That was very unfortunate, especially for a couple of our guys who did not fare so well there. I believe the 10, our stage 1 winner, Derek Scadell, also fared well, as Cody Payer in 77 just slides through the corner. It looks like the 10 of Scadell just wants to make his moves quick as he dives to the inside of the 30 of Caleb Asai. They're coming back to lap 43 of 150. About the 1/3 point as the Red Lobster car of, I believe that was Scotty Lanning. The 27 slid in the back. He is currently fighting for the Lucky Dog, as well as couple other cars. I believe one lap down we have the 27, 28. They are both duking it out to get their lap back come next caution, which hopefully we could see at the stage break. Because a lot of people are locking it up, especially on the new tires. You have to wonder how many considered holding it back. But we have a move coming for third place as Liddell made his dive around, and he goes to the inside of the 19 of Jaden Durham for second as well. Entering three, he should clear him easily, especially on those new tires, working his way through the pack. Front end's bent in a bit, but that's what happens when you race at the Paper Club. As Zach Trevino's almost pulling away here. Remind flashbacks to the beginning of the races. Liddell now has to work his way through some trouble after some restart, spinning the tires from no fault of his own this time. 12, Trevino really working the high line. He's not wrapping the bottom nearly as tightly as some of these other guys. You have to wonder if that's a tire saving strategy he's adapted. And typically you'll see guys basically wrap that curve. He's a good half car up as he dives to the inside of Tim for Tim, I believe, 3 laps down. Quite an unfortunate event, especially after he got collected by the 12 earlier. Gonna be 49 coming to 50 this time by. So the 88 goes a lap down. Yet again, he has had an unfortunate start to this race. Already 19 laps down, gonna be 20. You have to wonder, where can he make up those points? Championship 4th appearance last year, and it has been a rough start. But Trevino has built himself about a 1.7 second lead here, as our stream quality's still struggling a bit here, which is very unfortunate. Should hopefully be fixed by next week, and we'll have a full race crew. But in the meantime, I'll play it like a radio call. Never hurt nobody. First day on the job, just playing it the radio style. We'll see guys making their moves as Trevino himself is just hoping to cruise along. He's keeping a steady lead. No worries about that 10 car catching him. He just hopes those lap cars get out of the way. As the 88 dove to the pits there, he locked it up. There's lockups everywhere. The 3's about to go another lap down, which is unfortunate for him as he gets pinned on the inside. And it's also been a very unfortunate start to the race for Tim, as he is now finding himself 4 laps down. And those points, they hurt you if you lose out on them. But it's a long season. Race 3 of, I believe, 19... Bad at math. 18 regular season races. So, still have plenty to go, plenty of time, especially as we get to those 1.5 the couple weeks. As we look out in the future on the schedule, we go to Phoenix next week. That'll be a new track on the schedule this season, one of 2 new tracks along with St. Pete, as the 5 of Xavier Bogart smokes the wall in 3 and 4. That car cannot be handling well. You have to wonder, does he still have his faster pair, as he now goes a lap down at the hands of the 12. The 12 is being hounded now by the 10. Darius Liddell has hunted him down within 1 second of the race leader. Reno continues marching along, and back to the schedule while we see if Liddell can hunt him down. We go to Bristol the following week. Yet another fun short track. That one a little more space than your typical paperclip short track like Martinsville. So we have to wonder, different racing styles. Can we see first time DSA Supporting Heroes Cup Series winner? In the meantime, 12 has regained some of his lead as he's approaching the 77. Clear Skliddell had locked himself up back there, especially when he dove, as we saw, for that race lead. 12 makes a move to the inside of the 77, who just goes out of the way. And that will, I believe, put the 77 2 laps down. No, apologies, 1 lap down. He is now currently in the lucky dog position. You have to wonder, will the 5 of Xavier Bogard be able to recover from that massive hit? And he got lucky, avoided caution. Very thankful. If I would be him, but things could be going a lot better. As I will run through the order due to the lack of the scoring pylon, due to the lack of race stream quality. Thanks, Brett. Good old internet. In first, the 12 of Zachary Trevino, who I believe has led about half the race. The other half goes to the 10 of Derek Slidell. In second, in third, about 5 seconds back from your leader, is the 55 Caden Cook, who's had a few incidents this race, but still going strong. As well as the 19 of Jaden Duran in fourth. Rounding out your top 5, 30 of Caleb Desai, who seems to be the favorite usually when we come to these racetracks, especially last week at Darlington. He was up front all day, hunting along Kylan Wilson when he lost it late. And found himself wrecked out as we have a caution. It looks like the 77 of Cody Bayer is going to lock himself out here and get himself back on the lead lap. I believe the 3 got hit by the 19. It looks like he slowed up high, trying to let the 19 by. 19 fighting for position with, I believe, the 30 of Caleb Desai just misjudged it and hooked him. Doesn't look like the damage will be too bad for him, but very unfortunate too. Not an ideal race start. Lucky for him, that is just 1 of 3 incidents. Duran should be able to recover. Should be able to recover strongly as we now cycle back. Yeah, once again, wish I could show you the replay on those, but it was fairly straightforward. Just a little tap and spin. As we're rapidly approaching the halfway point with about 20 to go on the stage, you have to wonder any takers for tires, fuel. What can be the strat as the 12 of Zach Trevino dives to the pits. I believe everyone dove to the pits besides Caden Cook, it looks like, and Derek Slidell. So the leader is going to be the 10th Slidell, followed by the 55 Caden Cook, followed by 12 of Zach Trevino if he can roll out as he hits his box now. He's going to take, I believe, 4 tires would be the call here. Fill it up, race fuel, put yourself in a position to make 1 more stop to the end if you really preserve those tires. As the way the 12 goes, he will be the first car off pit road, but will have quite a bit of traffic to work on place for it. I believe the 5 will actually be able to take the wave around this time by and put himself back on the lead lap after that incident, as well as the 60 of Hunter Halligan. Oh, I apologize. The 60 of Hunter Halligan has assumed race lead. It looks like he's going to take the inside line this time by. 10's going to start on the outside. On the inside, 55 Caden Cook in third, 30 Caleb Desai in fourth. 12 of Zach Trevino is going to start in fifth. On the outside, 85 William Crone inside. As they take the green flag, will they hit into turn 1? Fine. Hunter Halligan to race leader. But Derek Slidell dives high as 60 just locks it up. He completely missed the corner, and that's going to hurt Caleb Desai, who had nowhere to go. They both fall way back. That leaves 10 of Scladell, followed by 55 of Cook, who I believe is also on old tires, but the new tires of Zach Trevino has already found themselves in third place as they come to about 15 to go in stage number 2. Gladell is now under heat of the 12 Trevino as Trevino just made it by King Cook. Trevino on those new tires, you have to be careful though. You don't want to use up too much of your stuff too early. You only get 4 sets today, plus the tires you start on. That is not a lot of tires to work with at a demanding track like Martinsville, especially with the amount of times people are locking them up. One lockup ruins a set. So, will Scladell in the 10 be able to hold off Trevino in the 12-4? Well, more laps, we shall see. Goodell's holding strong so far. Trevino had one dive at it, but locked it up and hasn't really made much pressure since. You had to wonder, well, lockup hurt those tires a bit too much, too early. As Goodell's got himself about half a second here over Trevino. As they come up on the 3 of Tim. Oh, Tim really slow on the high side. And that's going to hurt Scladell a good bit as Trevino's right there entering turns number 1. But about 9 to go in stage number 2. These two guys have been the class of the field so far, led almost every single lap. And it's another reminder with points being so valuable this season. Leading one lap earns you a bonus point, but leading most laps also earns you a bonus point. And 1 point could be the difference between making the playoffs or missing them.
Caution, yellow flag.
As I believe we had an incident between 30 and 60. 30 moved the 60 out of the way and then spun himself right up into the 30 of Caleb Desai. That is very unfortunate with Tim and the 3 on low on the inside. As we join back with 5 laps to go in, I believe, stage number 2 here. There's plenty of racing still to be done, but this is going to be a quick shoot to the end.
Green, green, green.
Sklidell launches, takes the lead with about 4 to go in stage number 2. Trevino, with those fresh tires, maybe was able to get around that flat spot, cool him down, and have one more shot at it here at the end of the stage. Trevino's get into that bumper as he works the Highland, and the caution comes out yet again. That will be the end of stage number 2. And with that being the end of the stage number 2, I believe the 60 is going to luck out as he had just received his second incident point, but he's going to avoid that penalty, I believe, of the drive-through, or as he was serving the drive-through, caution came out, and lucky for him, he did not go one lap down. As I look to see what our caution may have been. But slowly it's turning into a bit of chaos here at the Paperclip in Martinsville. I believe we're gonna look back and see it incident, or at least I will. Look, the 30. Oh my goodness. The 77 just lost it entering 3, and 30 beside the 5 motor guard, and also the 85 Pro had just nowhere to go. That's unfortunate. 5 has caught up quite a few incidents today. Some of just the chaos that we've seen. It's very unfortunate, very all over the place, but he will survive nonetheless. Does not go a lap down. Damage looks minimal, just to the bumper. The arrow don't matter too much here once you start going. But we still have 10 cars on the lead lap at the moment, with Hunter Halligan 1 lap down in lucky dog position. Scotty Landing 2 laps down, run 12. Tim Pugel 7 laps down in 13th. Travis Eccles and Presley Bromwich both out of the race in 14th and 15th. With the 10 of Derek Sklidell exiting turn
Green
number
flag,
4,
green flag.
we will go green as he gets yet another decent launch. And 12 dives in, but cannot clear himself on the inside. But seems he's really enjoying the outside today, regardless. 55, Caden Cook looks behind the 12 of Zach Trevino. Trevino hounding 10. And it seems 10 did not pit, so he's playing the long game here. You have to imagine, with all the cautions we've seen today, there will be a few more as we have about 60 laps to go today to determine a winner. Trevino chases Sklidell, keeping it close, as tight as he can. Sklidell locks up just a bit, and that will let Trevino get to the inside, possibly to dive for the lead entering turn 4. He stays outside, tries to roll the top, chop down below the 10, but cannot get to the bumper. 12 backs up, enters high. 10 misses his apex just a bit, and that'll allow the 12 to get right back to the bumper just where he was. From the 55, Caden Cook, he's reeling them in also. It's a tight battle between these two all day long, as 12 peeks inside, thinks to the wiser, don't want to cause an incident, still plenty of racing to go. But the 10 locking it up just a bit. 10 keeping low, 12 tries to switch back on him. He's there. He just can't quite make the move. Can't quite get to the inside to potentially take the lead. Not yet, at least. 12 peeps high, peeps low. Nowhere to go. Sits in line. Rolls the outside. He just cannot get to that quarter panel of the 10. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. 10's doing great defensive driving as Caden Cook slowly fading back, taps the wall. It is a two-car show today. That's 10, little wiggle. He saves it, no problem. 12, get right back to the bumper as they're approaching the first lap car already. I believe that is the 3 of Tim Pugel, about to go 8 laps down. 10, I believe he's just going to dive low. Yep, he gets out of the way so kindly. 10 and 12. 19, Jaden Duran running 5th right now. William Crow and... Oh, actually, Duran just made a pass for 4th. William Crow in 5th, about to get passed by the 30, but 30 gets way loose on the inside. 30 peeps high, locks it up. 85 rolls out. The 1985 battling it out here for 4th and 5th. 30 slowly fading back as Tim cuts up the track right in front of the 30. That was sketchy. Could have been a huge hit there, but avoids possible race-ending damage for the 30. 30's just rolling. He keeps locking it up. It seems that car's not handling the greatest. Can't quite get on the brakes, except the whole rear bumper is basically ripped off that car, but you could say that for half the field right now. It's a 19. Defends high. 85 loses the bottom just a bit. Fades high. Continues to trudge along. As we're coming to lap 100 here next time by. That means we're going to be 2/3 of the way done with this race as the time's slowly winding down evening. As it gets cooler in this race, you can see a little more grip, a little more fire, a little more energy as the 12 is right on the 10. They are neck and neck still. No one's giving it an inch, but 12 just cannot get past the bumper of the 10 of Slidell. Slidell is doing a phenomenal job defending the inside. Oh, as the 12 just smokes the 77 off corner. 77 tapped the wall, and that is very unfortunate for Zach Trevino as he, yet again, an innocent bystander to a lap car in the way as Slidell's lucky enough to drive it away. You have to hope that damage is not detrimental for 12, but you can see that right front fender is caved in on that tire. I'm sure that cannot be helping the handling as they pass Ryan Keyser in the 28. 10 has now got himself about half a second. I mean, it was previously less than a tenth of a second, but he's built himself quite a lead now. Quite a lead to what it was the previous 10 laps. But they have pulled away from Caden Cook, who's 2.5 seconds back, and especially pulled away from the battle for 5th between Duran and Crow. As Tim Pugel gets out of the way, taps the wall a couple times, continues along. Poor 12, I mean, he had done everything right so far and just got caught up, and it seems he cannot get an inch on the 10. They are running identical lap times, lap after lap. 19.6s that time by. I believe Trevino's the faster car, except with how big these cars are and how defensive you can be, and there's just nowhere for him to go. He's stuck doing his best to make that car as many lanes wide and hopefully wait for the 10 to make a mistake. As they go around the 27 to Scotty Lanning, that'll put Scotty, I believe, 1 lap down. Oh, I apologize. 2 laps down. Caden Cook passes the 27 as well. 10 locks up just a bit on corner entry, but no problem. As him and the 12 have had just a few couple. But this is critical I believe the 60 just got caught up in yet another incident. Ugh. Poor 60 just ran over the 54, but there was an incident in front of him. The 30th K of DSA, unfortunately, was 3 wide between. Oh, that is so unfortunate for Jaden Doran, who had been running so well. I mean, they 3 wide, just Tim on the outside, 30 on the inside. Maybe could have backed out there, but that will be hopefully not race ending as we have pit stops. This could be the final stop, barring a late restart, as the 10 Slidell dives into his pit stop. Trevino overshoots his box. Oh, he just blew his one chance to get past the 10. The 10's been a classic show. You have to wonder now the 12 could sit in pits and fix his damage. As 10's first car off pit road, followed by the 55 of Caden Cook. As the 12 of Trevino is now just sitting and fixing his damage. Lanning, lap car comes out next. William Crow gains a spot. 77 of Cody Payer also lap car. 54 K Roberts comes out fourth. I believe he is also on the late lap. He's benefited great. Bogart passes the 12. The 12 is going to have to work his way through the field. That damage is very unfortunate for him, but he does beat the 30 out of the pits. Our leader coming to what could be the final restart of this race will be the 10 of Derek Glidell, followed by the 55 Caden Cook on presumably his outside. Leaders do have lane choice new this season, but he should presumably take the inside with 40 to go. I think as the leaders come down past pit road, pace car out of the way, 3 into 4, 10, 55, 85, 5,
Green
70,
flag, green flag.
10, locks it up a bit. Rough start. He's not having the sharpest day on that restart. 55 gets to his outside, but
Caution, yellow
cannot go
flag.
anywhere. And we have a quick caution. That is very unfortunate. I have to check back to see what happened there, but I believe we had stacked up into turn 1 further back in the field. As the 77 just lost it, got smoked by the 27. That's very unfortunate for Scotty Lanning back there. Well, we could take this moment to maybe interview a driver or two. We have to wonder who's available. We could look at maybe 5 cars. Had quite an interesting day so far. Oh, hello. Is this Xavier Bogart of the number 5 car?
Yeah.
Well, with quick caution there, we have to wonder, what do you think the race strategy is sitting in 4th place right now with about 35 laps to go? How are we feeling through quite the day so far?
Sitting on the wall the whole time and just riding it like Ross Chastain.
Well, sure.
I'm kidding. No, I got lucky in the beginning. I was staying out the whole time and it paid off well. So now I'm just gonna try to survive. And I don't think these guys in front of me are gonna let me in anyways. They're too fast. So I'm just gonna sit here. Top 5 is all I want. Just a good day. And yeah, let Zach go right past me. Caleb, I'll maybe rough him up a little bit, but I'm sure he'll wreck himself anyways. So I'm sitting in a good spot.
No, I mean, you've battled your way through as we're coming back around to one to go next time by, but if you had to guess then, assuming not yourself being up there, do you think the 10 or the 12 has a better shot at it today?
I think the 10. I like the 10. I want the 10 to win. He won't rage quit over a black flag, so I'm rooting for the 10. He's a good dude, I think. I never met him, but I'm rooting for the 10.
Yep. Alrighty, well, avoid the chaos. Good luck.
No, thank you.
Alrighty. They are 2x2 after we talk with the fourth place runner. They were really 2x2 coming around to 44 to go. Out of 3 into 4 of the 10. Derek Slidell hopes to get a better restart than the last time as he gets a slightly better jump. Still not perfect, but clears himself high, dives low, and they're 1x1. Made it through turn 1 this time as 12 of Trevino squeezes himself past the 5 of Beauregard. He's looking to make his run back up there with that car, that nose cleaned out. He's quickly been to third. They are the 2 fastest cars. Slidell hopes to maybe buy himself a few seconds. His 55 Kid and Cooks put up a decent fight back there, but how long can he hold off the 12 while Slidell builds his lead? Tom Slidell, as he goes way wide, completely misses the corner and burns up any advantage he had gained so far. 55 at 12 are right there as the 12 dives inside. He's going to roll the bottom and should be able to clear the 55 entering 3 and 4 here. As long as he doesn't lock it up and clear 55. 12-10. Story of the day. Will they be able to make it 30 more laps? No caution, just straight battling it out. We shall see. Right now, it's worth mentioning that we have 2 cars 1 lap down battling for the lucky dog. 60 Hunter Halligan, 30 Caleb Desai. Can they play factor as Caleb Desai now goes another lap down, sitting in the pits? I believe his damage is very significant. 10 fades high. 12 eats away at that lead. It's roughly 2/10 now. It is close. Neck and neck. You have to start thinking, when does Trevino use the bumper? He cannot seem to get by as the drifts way high. This is going to give the 12 a chance to dive. But it seems he just cannot roll by. As caution comes out again, I believe we had a spinner towards the back. I'll have to check up and see who that was, but the 10 and the 12 now will start side by side. As I believe that would be Hunter Halligan at 60 spinning, if I'm not mistaken. But now, 25 to go, we have our 9th caution of the day. Just a few. Still plenty of time. Well, I say plenty, but we're eating away. I mean, we're probably going to go green with just over 20 to go. It's not a lot when you're running 20-second laps here at Martinsville. So, how much more does the 10 have left in the tank? Will he consider taking tires anytime soon? They did just pit not that long ago, split in the final stage in half. Do they even have a set? Does the 12 have a set? It seems he's pit 1 extra time today, so he might be on his last grasp of air as they come by. No takers in the top half of the field. You have to wonder, are they saving anything for the end? As K. Roberts, unfortunately, had been running well in top 5 the whole time, but it seems his day is also done. 10, Slidell, 12, Trevino, followed by 55, 85, 5, 28. All on the lead lap right now. I believe Hunter Halligan was in free pass position, but due to being involved in the wreck, he will not receive it and has to restart. Still 1 lap down. Liddell takes inside. Trevino takes outside. This could be the restart for the race. 20 laps to go as Hunter Halligan causing his third incident. That could be potentially his race, though we'll have to see what race control deems. 10, Slidell. 12, Trevino. 55, Cook. 85, Crow. Enter 3. Come through 4 to the restart zone. 23
Green,
laps
green,
to go. There goes Slidell. Trevino stacks it just a bit, but Slidell dives high, dives low, clears himself as the top 4 are bumper to bumper. 12 takes a look outside. He just cannot get rolled past the 10 quite yet, but the 10 fades high. He's been doing that a couple times. He leaves that bottom open and on exit. The 12 can cut down and take
Yellow
it.
flag.
Get yet another caution. It looks like this one once again happened further on in the pack. I have to check up and see who it was. I believe the 27 collected the 28, as that was a big hit, and that could be the 27's race as he was taking quite a few hits. Both guys running towards the back. 28 just got back on the lead lap, and that looks unfortunate, but it seems to be the 27 just did not know if he was clear or not and happened to tag the 28 on the high side. Just one of those incidents that happen. Can't really fault the guy, but somebody's taking blame regardless. So, looks like they once again will be tasked with starting 2x2. Slidell hopes to get yet another good jump. He's been locking in his last couple. He will take inside. Zachary Trevino to the outside. One more time around. Oh, I apologize. This is 2 to go. Next time by, the 10 will take the inside, 12 will take his outside, and we'll go 2x2 with about 17 laps to go once we go green. Plenty of racing. Plenty of points on the line for the top 5. At this point, it's if you're the 10 or 12, you duke it out for the win. If you're the 12, do you use the bumper? And if you're running 3rd through 5th, don't jump the car. Take the points. As you have to imagine one of these top 2 showmen, wheelmen up here will take the checkered flag at the end of the race today. Slidell inside, Trevino out. Halligan's going to drop to the back here. Caden Cook in 3rd, William Crow in 4th, Xavier Bogart in 5th. Ryan Keister rounds out your lead lap guys in 6th right now. I think, all these difficult tracks to start the season, it'll be interesting to see once we get to some of those mile and a half as Slidell enters the restart zone, gets a huge jump, dives high, dives low. Cook actually got to the inside of the 12 this time. Ten protects high. He just cannot let that 12 get to the outside, and if the bumper gets used, we'll have to see how fair a game it is. 10. Don't overdrive the corner if you are Derek. Do your best, hold your line, keep it straight, and run your best laps. I wouldn't even bother looking in the mirror. Yeah, you've done everything right so far. So.
Caution, yellow flag.
And we'll have one more restart at least. As I believe the 60 has caused yet another incident, which this one will for sure be the DQ coming. if we look back, I believe he just lost it himself again, and it's been the cause of quite a few cautions today. As that'll move him to, I believe that'll move him all the way down into about 13th place. That is a big point swing, unfortunately, for Hunter, but it happens when you can't control the car sometimes. That's why there's always next week. Well, does anybody take tires? 10 says no. 12 says yes. 55 says yes. 85, 5. The 19 says no, but he's a lap down. Well, it looks like every lead lap guy besides the 10 came for tires, and if I'm Derek, I'd be nervous because one of these guys is going to be starting on my outside. Though, with a bunch of lappers staying out, you have to wonder if they will provide just enough of a buffer for the final 10 laps as Trevino takes rights, takes lefts. Does Kid and Cook have a chance to beat the 12 out of the pits? It's going to be tight, but it looks like no. 12, 55. 85, 5. Well, they're all on fresh tires, so this will be a tight battle. If I'm... As also the 28 did stay out, so if I am... If I'm Derek Slidell, I would be a little nervous, just a bit. You know, don't have tires to maybe hold these guys off, and Trevino's not going to be starting far back. In fact, he's going to be starting right behind him, so whatever you do, just hope you saved enough tire and do not slide or give up that inside. Make him roll past you on the outside. I believe
Green.
are green this time by, and the 10 got yet another good jump, but the 12's instantly there, and he can just roll that car. He can make it stick, because the 28 just had no chance with those old tires. 10's got 10 more laps. Can he hold it up? Yes. Oh, he slid high. The 12 just cannot get there, just not yet, at least. But with those new tires, can he roll past on the outside? As the 10 locks it up again, and the 12's going to get to his inside, and this could be the pass for the win. 12 goes low. He locks it up a bit, uses up the 10 just a bit. 10 tries to hold the outside, and he just simply can't on the old tires. You have new race leader 12, Zach Torino, with about 9 laps to go. Can he hold it off as the 85 gets spun?
Caution, yellow flag.
And that's going to be a caution. Oh, I'm Trevino. I'd be a little annoyed because at this point it was his race to lose. He was going to drive right away. But one more restart upcoming. As I believe the 85 just lost it himself, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe he just lost it himself and collected a couple guys when he came back down the track. 54, K. Roberts got the blunt of the hit, unfortunately. For William Crow, I believe that'll be his second incident, which drive-through at this point might as well end his bid at the win. Scudell's seems to be a little too late now to take the tires, but maybe with not too many cars in the lead lap, he has still a shot to get back up there. But time will tell here, as we're going to have, I believe, about 4 laps to go once we go green. And again, another reminder, only 2 green-white checkers here, no infinite overtime. So, it's getting to the point of do or die. Scudell's going to find himself probably restarting in the 5th position, which isn't unheard of, but all the guys in front of him are also on fairly new tires, so it'll be tough ask for him to get back up there and get past the 12, who's going to have control on the restart. Should get a great jump for him. So they're going to come back around. It's a 1 to go next time by. We'll run through the order for what could be our final restart. Zach Trevino in the 12th first, 55 Katie Cook second, 5 Xavier Bogart found himself third, 28 Ryan Kieser fourth, 85 William Crow is getting an UL. He will find himself in sixth as Derek Scladell will jump him up to fifth. 30 Caleb Desai, first car 1 lap down in seventh. Scotty Landing in 8th. Jaden Doran in 9th. Cody Perry rounds out your top 10. As pace car dives to the pits, 12 Zachary Trevino leads him around out of 4 to the restart zone. How good of a jump can he
Green
get?
flag, green flag.
There he goes. 55. Stayed put for the most part, but just not quite enough. Will he use the bumper now? Will he be able to keep pace? We shall see, as the 5 of Xavier Bogart is going to get passed by the 10 of Derek Scadell. 12, Zach Trevino's just pulling away. Got himself about a car length lead already.
The yellow flag is out.
Yet another caution. I believe the 10 car was involved in this. He just overdrove it, and I think he pushed the 5, and then the 5 got loose after exiting the corner. Spun right out. 5 shouldn't have too much damage. Hopefully, and can maintain that top 6, but that's a couple points down the drain. Is we're going to have at least 1 green light checkered and a max of 2 more restarts here as we're going to overtime. Trevino is going to have 10 of Scladell just directly behind him on the restart here. As Caleb decides also going to get his lap back. We'll have 7 cars on the green or on the lead lap coming to the end of this race. Probably no takers here on pits. You have to imagine everybody used their last set and haven't used that much since the restarts. So with all these quick cautions at the end of the race, I believe we're up to 13 cautions, which 8 quickly became 13, unfortunately, as the end of this race has become chaotic. Started out chaos, got a little calm in the middle stages, but yet again, we have some moments. Well, there's going to be two laps to go next time by Zach Trevino's inside. Caden Cook to his outside. 10 of Dirk Scladell quickly back up to 30 on the inside. Will Scladell now use the bumper on the 12 if he gets there? That is the main question. I think it's kind of not fair game. Trevino ran him so cleanly the whole time that using the bumper would kind of be a rude response, but it is for the win, so drivers can get desperate. Will Scladell, will Trevino, will Cook win this race? Trevino, restart zone, go, spins the tires. Cook gets a huge jump as he's going to not quite be able to clear the 12, but he's going to be on his outside. Should have a shot at him, but yeah, it gets cleared. 10, Scladell dives down. He gets there, but can't quite put the full bumper as he backs off just in time. 10, high, low. Trevino takes the white flag. He's got 2 more corners as he enters the backstretch. Oh, Scladell just loses it. Oh, Trevino through 3, rolling through 4, no one in sight as Zachary Trevino has won in the DSA Supporting Heroes Cup Series. Followed by Slidell running through the 55 just a bit on exit. 55 not happy. We'll have to see what they want to say post-race, but that will be a win for Zachary Trevino. I want to thank you all for sticking through it with me. Not the prettiest to broadcast, but did my best with what I had. Next week should be cleaner as we go to Phoenix Raceway. In the meantime, we'll see if we can get our group up here while I read out the final race results. In first place, 12, Zachary Trevino with his first win of the season. 10, Derek Slidell in second. 55, Kaden Cook in third. In fourth, we have 85, William Crow. In fifth, Ryan Keiser, 28. At sixth, Xavier Bogard. Seventh, Caleb Desai. Eighth, Scotty Landing, 3 laps down. Ninth, of Jaden Doran in ninth, 5 laps down, and rounding out the top 10, 77, Cody Bear 5. Tim Pugel, K. Roberts, Travis Eccles, Presley Broward, and Hunter Halligan round out the rest of your race. Or, I believe. Actually, I believe Hunter Halligan will finish in potentially the 13th position under review later on. We'll see if we can get any post-race interviews here, as that was certainly a race of all time, but there were some good battles from the leaders. Trevino definitely deserved it. He didn't back himself into it. Wrapping out the broadcast here. But I believe that's going to be, and I will pull our race winner, Zachary Trevino, into here now. Zachary, congratulations on the victory.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Congratulations.
Give me 1 second.
You're good.
All right, hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, what's up?
Congratulations on the victory. Definitely a deserving victory. It was quite the battle there between you and the 10 of Derek. I think the pit strategy worked out in your favor. How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, it feels good. Pitch strategy definitely worked out, but I had a faster car. He kept locking up his brakes into the turn. So for the race, I messed with my master cylinders and got my braking dialed in. So that's basically what won me the race. And I was just able to break away later. And,
Yeah, from the broadcast booth, it looked like you definitely had the faster car, but he just kept blocking the outside as you tried to roll the outside past him, but couldn't quite get there. I mean, how do you keep the temperature cool and work through that?
Yeah, another part had to do with the cautions there at the end, but so I just started following him. I was saving tires a tiny bit. I was just planning for it to go green when we had that long green flag run, but yeah, just pitch strategy paid off.
Yeah. Well, is there anyone you want to thank? Anyone out there? Any sponsors?
Just want to thank my setup shop that I'm a house driver for, Precision Speed Solutions, and just Hector Colazzo. That's it.
Alrighty, well, congratulations, and we'll catch up with you later.
I appreciate it. Thank you for streaming.
Next, we'll get with our third place finisher, Caden Cook. Caden,
Hello.
congratulations on the third place finish.
Appreciate it.
Now, You were hanging up there with the leaders the whole time. Couldn't quite get there, but found yourself in a respectable third place at the end. A good points today. How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. Yeah, them two up front were just. I mean, you couldn't keep up with them. I tried every line to run, and they would lock them up and somehow be able to rip around, get a good exit on me. But yeah, that last restart there got pretty good, and a lot of door banging. But that happens from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could expect maybe some cleaner racing, but you still avoided most of the other chaos for today and wound out working out well. Is there any nerves from seeing spins and whatnot?
Yeah, yeah, it was a little nerve wracking because I had got into a wreck early, and I tried to not use up my quick repair because I knew I was probably going to get in another wreck, just getting hit or something, and I didn't turn it off, so I used my quick repair on like lap 5. Was worried about that, so I was just very cautious about any spin.
Well, it worked out well for you in the end. Is there anyone you want to thank real quick?
Honestly, just my buddy Jay, he helped spot for me tonight, and yeah, that's about it.
Alrighty. Well, congratulations, and we'll catch up with you later.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, have a good one.
You too.
Alrighty. Well, once again, I'm Hendrix Bromberg. We'll work on Boog and Elliott's stream quality next week when they return at Phoenix. In the meantime, I want to thank you all for at least joining in with me here on the DSA Racing Network. And I believe the stream will not end now, but I am signing off. So have a good night, everybody. I'll catch up with you later.